So here we are. We're going to be doing the post OG Anunoby Toronto Raptors rebuild with RJ Barrett and Immanuel Quickley. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I am very excited to rebuild the Toronto Raptors and trade away Pascal Siakam at the deadline. So I did do a 10-year Raptors rebuild pretty recently. So I'm excited to kind of go in this direction with Immanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett. And we're going to develop Immanuel Quickley. He's going to be the franchise point guard. I kind of did a 20-minute post-like trade analysis video on the channel. So you guys probably already saw that. And then you saw my opinions in the Knicks rebuild. So I'm not going to go into it too much in depth, but the biggest part about this trade for the Raptors is acquiring Immanuel Quickley, and they will extend him in the 2024 free agency class. So before we get into this, does RJ Barrett go up? No, he's actually best suited as a small forward. What about Barnes? He's also best suited as a small forward. Okay. So this Raptors rebuild is definitely going to be tougher than the Knicks one that we did with OG Anunoby. So we are going to play Quickley and Barrett a ton. They're both going to get 35 minutes to finish out the year. Scotty Barnes is going to get 37 minutes. Siakam, you better not get hurt. You're going to get about 31 minutes. Pirtle 30. Dennis Schroeder is going to join Siakam as a potential trade deadline candidate. And then at least until then, I'm going to send Grady Dick to the G League, but I will call him up after the deadline. So I'm very excited for this rebuild today because we're going to be blowing it up. I'm glad the Raptors are choosing that direction. They traded Anunoby obviously to the Knicks, and it looks like they are pretty much guaranteeing that they are moving Pascal Siakam at the deadline as well. So they actually lost this game to the Pistons. Shout out to the Pistons for finally getting a win, and shout out to 2K for giving me the L there. I don't really think it would make sense to extend Pascal Siakam after you traded away OG Anunoby, and we're going to enter a proper rebuild or even a retool because we still have Scotty Barnes and we still have talent on this team. So there's a couple things today. So like I said, we're going to look to move Siakam. If there's a Pirtle trade that makes sense, I will look to move him. But if not, he's going to be our center at least for the next 2 seasons. Gary Trent, I mean, I'll try to move him. I don't think anybody wants him unless we call up the Knicks and we do a Trent for Fournier swap and I get maybe a second or 2 out of it. I mean, I'll see the market for an Otto Porter or Thad Young, but I don't think I'm getting anything there. And the San Antonio Spurs do have our first round pick. I believe it's top 6 protected, but I will double check on draft lottery. There's a chance I may try to get it back. They could be interested in like a lead point guard for Wembanyama. They could try out Trey Jones. I wonder if they would be interested. All right, for some reason, like 2K has our pick owned by the 76ers. I don't really get that at all. It should be going to the Spurs. So the pick is top 6 protected. So we do have to keep our eye on that because obviously I don't want to lose that pick for nothing. I don't want to end up with the 7th pick in the draft and we don't get to draft somebody. So I do want to see if like San Antonio would be interested, maybe taking one of my future first round picks in like 2026 or 7. And I'll give you Dennis Schroeder, another point guard that can help out Wemby's development, and you give me out my like first round pick back this year. All right, so yeah, we're 18 and 33 after that trade. I mean, I think that like since our pick is top 6 protected, like it's not a guarantee that we're gonna be able to keep it, but it is trending towards that way. But I wonder if the Spurs would be willing to offload that. I hate that it's 3 stars. I would give you Dennis Schroeder. I guess it's going to be kind of tough to pull off. You give me Jetty Osman. Why is Jetty Osman the same amount of stars as Mr. Dennis Schroeder? Devontae Graham. Yeah, I'm not giving you RJ Barrett. Okay, you know what? I guess we're going to roll the dice and hope that pick is top 6 protected because then we'll be able to keep it. So we're going to still look to, I think, move Dennis Schroeder. RJ Barrett has been the #1 scorer on this team, followed by Pascal Siakam. Immanuel Quickley has looked very good, 18 points a night. I still got to figure out if he's like a 1 or a 2. Will he be as good of a playmaker? Do I want to make Scotty Barnes my starting point guard? I think we can experiment with that. All right, so we're going to see if the Charlotte Hornets would give me a future unprotected first rounder, Nick Smith, who was the most recent 27th overall pick, and Gordon Hayward to match his salary for Siakam. They don't want to do that either. Wow. It's very tough to figure out a Siakam deal. Okay, I was able to get a done deal with the Indiana Pacers. That was annoying to find. Wow, it's not really going to show me the whole trade here, but it's basically Siakam and Christian Koloko for Buddy Hield, Jarris Walker, and their top 10 protected first this year. And we also get Ben Shepherd in the steal, who's the 22-year-old rookie out of Belmont who hasn't really played a lot for the Pacers. So we get both their rookies, Shepherd and Walker, and I'm a very big fan of that trade. I'm not done yet. I still want to move Schroeder, and I also want to move Buddy Hield now as well. And we're going to do this trade with the LA Lakers. I'm sending them Buddy Hield. They're sending me Rui Hachimura. We basically get a $15 million a year tradable contract, starting power forward, possibly going forward, until I want to start Jarris Walker, who's maybe the long-term answer there if it's not going to be Scotty Barnes. All right, so I can't really find a Dennis Schroeder trade that I like a lot, so I think I'm probably going to move him in the offseason. We are going to call up Grady Dick from the G League. I don't even think I'm going to play Gary Trent Jr. for the rest of the year, just because I don't think he's in like my long-term plans anyway. So we're going to have Dennis Schroeder off the bench. I don't even think I want to start Chris Boucher. I think we're going to start probably, I guess, yeah, it's definitely going to be Rui Hashimura at the 4. So this is what the rotation is going to look like. Quickley, Barrett, Barnes is the 1, 2, and 3. Hashimura at the 4, Pirtle at the 5, with Schroeder, Jarris Walker, Grady Dick, Ben Shepherd, and Chris Boucher off the bench. I like where this team is headed long term. I like where we're at right now in our rebuilding stage. Hopefully, we are a bottom 5 team, bottom 6 team after the lottery, and we're able to keep our first round pick. Because if we're not, that is going to suck massively. So Nikola Jokic takes home MVP this season. Wemby is your rookie of the year, no surprise there. Russ is your 6th man of the year, shout out to him. Wemby, Deep Boy, most improved goes to Kobe White. Hell yeah, I'm cool with him getting that award. Clutch player, Trae Young. Coach of the year, Mike Malone. So here's all NBA first team with Jokic, Doncic, Giannis, Trae Young, and SGA. There's all NBA second team. I was not really thinking that we were going to get somebody on the all NBA team. Maybe it would have been Scotty Barnes, but yeah, he makes all defensive second team though. So shout out to Scotty. And we don't get any rookies on an all rookie team though. So no Jarris Walker, no Grady Dick, no Ben Shepherd. Obviously, we were going to make the playoffs, so we are on pace to being a bottom 6 team on draft night, which is good. 29-53 record, 3rd worst record in the East, 5th worst record. So there's a chance we could drop from 5 to 7, which would be the worst luck ever. But even if we drop from 5 to 6, we are able to keep our first round pick. So just kind of looking at the team going forward. RJ Barrett, probably the starting shooting guard next year, potentially starting small forward. Quickley will be the starting point guard next year. We're going to extend him in the offseason. Scotty Barnes, either the starting 3 or the 4. Still want to make him my franchise guy, so we're going to figure that out. Schroeder, probably going to offload on draft night, but right now he's a mentor to Immanuel Quickley, so that is very good to have. So maybe if I don't find a great deal, I won't move him. Hashimura, I don't think I need to move him either. He's 26, kind of fits this younger timeline we got going. Gary Trent Jr. will be gone. Pirtle dislocated his right patella in March. He'll be back next year. He's making a ton of money. Boucher will probably be back, and then we're going to figure out, like, who's here to stay between Walker, Ben Shepherd, and Grady Dick. So Zion Williamson is your Western Conference Finals MVP and Embiid in the East. And these Sixers, I think came back down like 3-1, win the Finals in 7, and Embiid is your Finals MVP. All right, good. LeBron is not retiring after year 1. That's what I like to see. Popovich, though, does retire. We have no week meetings to change. Let's see where we're going to be picking in the lottery. 2K, do not drop me from... Okay, we're 4, actually. Wait, that's way better than I thought. We're at 4. Do not drop me from 4 to 7, which I don't even think is possible. So let's go. We are going to be... Oh my god, wait. It dropped to 7. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you... I'm going to cry. That is so unlucky. Are you serious, 2K? You dropped me from pick 4 to pick 7, and I'm not even going to get my first round pick in this upcoming draft. Oh my god, that sucks so much. I have never seen me get that unlucky before. If it was like 5 to 7, I'm like, alright, I've seen that before. That sucks, but it is what it is. 4 to 7? 4? You gotta be kidding me. That sucks so much. I'm gonna be so jealous on whoever the San Antonio Spurs select with that pick. All right, so we're going to make this trade with the LA Clippers. We're going to be getting Bones Hyland, a much younger point guard than Dennis Schroeder. So we will kind of lose his mentorship over Immanuel Quickley, but we get a little bit more youth. We're sending them Jalen McDaniels, and they're giving us a swap worse next year between them and the Thunder. So that pick could be in the 20s, but it's at least a first and a young player for Schroeder. And with us having like all that influx in young talent, we really didn't need Jalen McDaniels as well. So we have pick 33 in this draft and pick 24, 24 being from the Pacers, 33 from the Pistons. I can't believe, oh my god, we were going to have pick 4, 5, or 6. Collier goes 2. Thunder on the clock at 3, and then we could trade. They're going to be so good. They traded for DeRozan and Caruso. Okay, maybe that was not a great trade for them. Shout out to the Bulls, though. That's an absolute fleecing. Billy Donovan helps kind of fleece his former team. Stephon Castle goes 4. Spurs take Matas Buzelis at 5. 6, the Washington Wizards are going to be trading the pick along with Landry Shamet for Lauri Markkanen. Whoa! Markkanen gets traded, and Utah selects Ron Holland. I mean, that's a fantastic selection. Now let's see who San Antonio selects with our first round pick. Woody Popson? I don't even know who this guy is. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. I've never drafted that guy before. I actually don't even know him as a prospect. I don't even think he's a real player. I don't. So let's go to our pick here. Carlton Carrington, shout out to him in the Knicks rebuild, so I will not be getting him again. But Robert Dillingham is here, and I'm going to take him, I believe. Yeah, he is somebody I have close to a top 10 grade on right now. He's been phenomenal for Kentucky this year, and we're getting him at 24, which I think is just insane value. And you know what? Let's double up on Kentucky point guards. We're going to take DJ Wagner there at pick 33. So, hey, that's maybe if Bones Hyland doesn't work out. Maybe Immanuel Quickley's more of a 2. We have some future point guard options with Wagner and Dillingham now. So, yeah, let's sign Dillingham. Let's sign Wagner. I am happy. I don't know if any of those guys will be in the G League this year. We'll see. LeBron is a free agent. Is he coming to the 6? Is Drake going to do some recruiting? We'll see. But, yeah, let's re-sign Quickley to a realistic contract that I think he will get from the Raptors in real life. So I do think he's going to get at least 25 mil a year. We're going to give him that over 5 years. I actually think I want to make the last year, though, a team option. So 5-year deal, last year team option. That is a big overpay in terms of 2K. We're going to renounce the rights on everybody here. And yeah, let's bring back Immanuel Quickley. 4 years, 112 last year being a team option. He's going to be kind of the franchise point guard going forward. So right now, I think we can definitely look to add some more centers. I think I want to sign at least 2. We're good at the 4s. Yeah, we're pretty much good everywhere else besides the backup 5 spot. So who do we have to potentially take? Mason Plumlee. He's 34 years old, 78 overall. We could steal Hardenstein from the Knicks. Andre Drummond is 30. Kelly Olynyk actually is a good player that could maybe flip at the deadline. What would he cost me? Could I give him this with the team option? So I'll give him a little bit more. But yeah, that'll be a pretty good backup center. So I will take Olynyk. And then lastly, just a 3rd string center. I will go after, I mean, Goga Bitadze is probably better than a 3rd string center. But with that injury to Jakob Poeltl, you never know. So let's pick him up. Let's add a team option. Let's give him the most we can. And we should be able to get him. Boom. We pick up Goga. And we pick up Kelly Olynyk. Now we have a nice kind of center trio right there. Also, LeBron James goes back to the LA Lakers. 1 year, $48 million. Player progression. Scotty Barnes is up to an 89 overall. Barrett's an 83. Quickley's an 81. Bones goes up. Jarris Walker goes up. Olynyk regresses. Not surprised there. Dick goes up. And Shepard. Yeah, we have a ton of talent on this team. Is it really good talent? It's to be determined, but right now we still have a lot of talent, and I think some guys will be out of the rotation. Guys like Ben Shepard, DJ Wagner, Robert Dillingham probably will not be in the rotation, at least to start off the season. All right, so we are going to roll a 10-man rotation out there with Quickley, Barrett, Barnes, Walker, Poeltl as the starting 5, Hashimura, Bones Highland, Kelly Olynyk, Grady Dick, and Robert Dillingham off the bench. And then I'm going to also send DJ Wagner to the Raptors 905 G League squad. So system proficiency under Darko is 3-star balanced. Let's see how we perform in game 1 of the season at home against the Denver Nuggets. And we won. 128-117. Watch us ball out this year and like get eliminated in round 1, and we just have like a mid first round pick when I'd rather have been good this year, and obviously I've kept our pick last year. Sheesh, man. Grady Dick breaks his left leg. He's going to be out 8 to 10 weeks. That is just a brutal injury to see. He wasn't shooting the ball that much better this year. Damn, is Grady Dick going to be a bust for us? That would be sad to see. So yeah, Ben Shepard is going to play a little bit more. We are 8-4 throughout our first 12 games. RJ Barrett is the leading scorer, followed by Scotty Barnes, Immanuel Quickley, and then Bones Highland. All right, so we are approaching the 2025 trade deadline. We have a game here on February 5th against the Charlotte Hornets. We're 29-21 going into this game. I don't know if I'm going to make any moves as we do get blown out by 23, but Quickley is hurt right now. RJ Barrett is leading the team in scoring, followed by Scotty Barnes. Quickley, who has a right finger hairline fracture, he's day-to-day. Jarris Walker, though, having a pretty solid year. Not much of a three-point shooter, but I think he's maybe locked himself into maybe the power forward going forward. Bones Highland has actually been pretty good, so I think I don't know. He's a free agent at the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to keep him around. He's now on his, 3rd team in 4 years. Hashimura's been kind of disappointing, but he does have 1 more year left on his deal. Poeltl, also kind of disappointing. He's got technically 3 because the last year's a player option. And Grady Dick, though, has also been pretty disappointing as well. 36 from the field, 22 from 3, 86 from the line. So just kind of looking at guys that are free agents at the end of the year. Scotty Barnes will get that rookie extension. Chris Boucher is a free agent, but he really hasn't played at all for us this season. So he's like the only guy I'm thinking about moving at the deadline because I'd like to make the playoffs, and we're playing very well. So I don't really think there's a point in like breaking up the band right now. And I really couldn't find a trade for Boucher, so I think I'm just going to keep what we're doing. Currently points per game in the Eastern Conference. We are not great, actually. We are 11th in that. Defense, though, is where we definitely thrive. We are the best defensive team in the East. Let's go. Quickley is averaging 5 assists this year, so he's getting better as a playmaker. His overall field goal percentage isn't great, but I'm excited to get him back and hopefully just kind of keep developing him as our franchise point guard. One thing that has been happening this year, we have caught the injury bug a ton. Like Hashimura, Barnes, Quickley have all had multiple injuries. Grady Dick, Goga Bitadze, even Ben Shepard and Robert Dillingham have been hurt. And there's a Kelly Olynyk injury. There's a Scotty Barnes injury. We're 40-28. Severe right ankle sprain. Well, isn't that great? So, who is going to step up? Maybe we run some Highland Quickley lineups together. No idea how that's going to work. But you know what? Highland's actually been pretty good this year. He's been really efficient from 3 and from the field. I'm going to give him 25 minutes. We'll go 37 to Quickley and RJ Barrett. We'll see if they can kind of take over. We'll see more Jarris Walker minutes, Jakob Poeltl minutes. And yeah, it's going to suck not having Scotty Barnes at least for the next month. So Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Alexander Sarr is your Rookie of the Year. Shout out to Chicago trading up for him. Markelle Fultz, 6th Man of the Year behind LaMelo Ball in Charlotte. Okay. Victor Wembanyama Depoy. Isaiah Jackson, Most Improved in Indiana. And Zion Williamson is your Clutch Player of the Year. You have a bunch of guards and centers on first team. Second team, I don't know if we were going to see any Raptors. No Raptors this year. No Pascal Siakam, because that would have made me feel a little bit worse. I also didn't kind of tell you guys, but did Siakam, yeah, it looks like he did sign an extension in Indiana, which makes it kind of a better trade for them that they were able to lock him up long term. Him and Halliburton running the show. They are a playing tournament team. We are the 3 seed. The Pacers did not make the playoffs. We're going up against the 6-seeded Pistons in round 1. They have Nikola Vucevic. They have Jaden McDaniels. We should beat this team, but you never know with 2K. But we have definitely been good this season, way better than I thought. Scotty Barnes is back and healthy. We're just pretty much going to be without Kelly Olynyk for the playoffs. And yeah, basically this is what we're rocking with right now. And I'm very excited about this playoff run because I think we can win a series or 2. All right, so Grady Dick was very inefficient this year, so I do not want to play him in the playoffs. Ben Shepherd was definitely better, but I don't think I'm going to play him. I don't even think I'm going to play Robert Dillingham as well. He was pretty good. You know, we're going to give him about 15 minutes a night. I don't know. Do I want to play Boucher? Do I want to play Batatse? I don't think we're actually going to play Goga. He was pretty bad. So we're going to go 17 to Hashimura, Boucher, and Dillingham. And we got 33 more minutes to go with. Let's go 37 to Barrett, 37 to Quickley, and 37 to Scotty Barnes. And then let's go kind of the rest to Jakob Poeltl and Jarris Walker. So we're 3-star balance under Darko Rajakovic. Game number 1, we do end up winning by 13 points, in which RJ Barrett, his first playoff game as a Raptor, drops 51. He hit 16 free throws. Are you kidding me? Game number 2, we, oh my God, Barnes is going to be out game number 2. God damn it, we get so many injuries, but we win. It does not matter. Jarris Walker with 18, Bones Highland with 18, Robert Dillingham with 11, and we are going to possibly go up 3-1 or 3-0. We do not. They end up winning game 3 by 5 points. Quickly with 7 assists here. Come on, Scotty Barnes. Can we please come back here for game 4? I hate you so much. SK drops 38. We lost by 8 in overtime. RJ Barrett is averaging 29 points in the first 4 games. Game 5, thank God we get Barnes back. And can we do it? Can we win game 5? Nope. We end up losing. Barrett with 30 points. Barnes 21, 10, and 4. 2 for 10 for Bones Highland. You got to be kidding me. Backs against the wall, and we lose Jarris Walker. Oh, man. We really caught the injury bug this year, and we ended up losing in 6. We lost by 6 here in game number 6. Cade had 49, 6, and 6. RJ Barrett with 38 points, man. RJ balled out in round number 1. That is a damn shame. Him and Barnes were pretty good for us. I mean, Barnes wasn't the scorer I'd like him to be. All right, you know what? I didn't really think we were going to make the playoffs this year, and we were 3 seeds, so you know what? I'll take that, even though I was thinking, all right, we may win multiple playoff series, and then we get bounced in round 1. Shout out to Trae Young, losing in 5 and still getting Eastern Conference Finals MVP. As Jokic averages a 38-point triple-double against the Pistons, they sweep them. He's your Finals MVP. Let's override LeBron's retirement for just 1 more year. So we do get our first-round pick, even though it's going to be much later. We are picking 24 in this draft. We don't have any other future first-round picks. Actually, I lied. We do have 27 via OKC. That was in, I believe, the Bones Highland deal as well. So that's a nice pickup. Darko, I don't think you're going anywhere, at least right now. All right, so the Utah Jazz won the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, so I guess it worked out. Then moving on from Lowry Marketing last year, we picked up Caleb Foster, a point guard out of Duke, and Xavier Booker, a power forward out of Michigan State, with the 24th and 27th picks in this draft. We're going to pick up, I don't know, do I want to pick up the $12 million in big man we have? Wagner, I'd like to bring back. Shepherd, this is tough. Okay, so we may make some moves. I'm going to let Olynyk and Badatse walk. We're going to pay Scotty Barnes. We may pay Bones Highland. I'm not really sure yet, as I would love to go out and sign Jason Tatum. But since we paid Quickley, we're paying RJ Barrett. It's just not going to happen. We're still paying Poeltl and Rui Hashimura. All right, so we're going to look to bring back Chris Boucher for around $4 million. What is Scott? Wait, hold on. What is Scotty Barnes' cap hold? It's $20 million. So we really just have like $8 million in cap space. We can get up to a little bit more. I mean, I would love maybe Miles Turner on this team. I don't even know if that would be a great fit. All right, so I think I'm going to just look to bring back Scotty Barnes. We're not going to renounce the rights on him. We're probably going to renounce it on both Olynyk and Batatse for now. I do want to bring back Boucher on just a kind of like a 1-year deal. And boom, there we go. I don't want to renounce the rights on Barnes. At least he's probably going to get a deal. Yeah, he gets one from the Clippers. And Bones gets a deal from the Nets. All right, do I want to match Bones' deal? 3 years, $40 million. Do I want to match that? I kind of don't, because I think Dillingham can provide similar production at a much cheaper cost. So we're going to match Barnes, but unfortunately we're going to let Bones Highland sign with the Brooklyn Nets. I'm also going to take a flyer on James Wiseman as well. Hopefully he signs with us. So it's going to be basically a 1-year deal, but we can pick him up for $7 million next year if I think he plays good for us. As Tatum goes to the Cavs, Donovan Mitchell realistically joins the New York Knicks. Kyrie goes to the Clippers, Brunson to the Jazz. So, all right, he doesn't even team up with Brunson. All right, Scotty Barnes is a 90, Barrett's an 84, Walker's a 79, 74 for Dick, 74 for Dillingham, 75 for DJ Wagner. All right, so Boucher, Shepherd, Wagner, Foster, and Booker will not be getting minutes, at least to start off the year. I think we're going to go 35 to Quickley, 35 to Barrett, 37 to Barnes. Get about 7 more minutes here. Let's go 3 more to Dick, 3 more to Wiseman, and then we'll go 1 more to Rui Hachimura. So I'm going to send Booker to the G League. Can I send Foster to the G League? No, I can't at the moment. So system proficiency, 3.5 star balance. Let's see how we start off the year. On the road against the Cavs, we win, but Pirtle gets hurt already. This dude is literally so injury prone, but hey, we beat Garland and Tatum. Shout out to RJ Barrett scoring 28 to start off the year. Alright, so we are here at the trade deadline, and we also just have so many injuries this year, it feels like. Currently, Jarris Walker is nursing an injury or a recovery. Grady Dick broke his leg, comes back, and then gets a pinched nerve in his back. So, there's just been a bunch of guys hurt this year. It's really kind of annoying, as Scotty Barnes has been the #1 scorer, followed by RJ Barrett, Immanuel Quickley, who maybe hasn't been as efficient as I would have liked him to be here. Jarris Walker, I think, has been getting better and better each year, which is definitely something to keep an eye on. DJ Wagner played a little bit in the absence of Immanuel Quickley. There's been James Wiseman, Dillingham, who's maybe taken a little bit of a step back this year, but is still a solid player. We are currently 29 and 21. We are the 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. We could look to move Rui Hachimura's expiring contract because, he will be up at the end of the year, $18 million off the books. Pirtle will be an expiring next year. And I'm going to do this trade with the Portland Trailblazers. We're basically trading Rui Hachimura and DJ Wagner for Robert Williams and Matisse Thybulle. Basically, everybody but DJ Wagner is a free agent at the end of the year. And yeah, we're going to be taking on Robert Williams, who I think can be better for us than Jakob Poeltl, at least more of a rim protector. Obviously, not much of a scorer. Matisse Thybulle most likely will be gone next year. But yeah, we are going to make that trade with Portland. And now, like, Poeltl's going to be the backup 5, which is kind of nice. I think I still want to play Wiseman a little bit because he's actually been good for us. So he's going to get like 17 minutes a night. Caleb Foster, you're not going to play. Dillingham, you're going to be up there. I guess we're going to play Boucher. I actually don't even think I want to play Chris Boucher. I'd rather play, well, I guess Dick is hurt, so when he comes back, it'll be him. But for now, it will be Ben Shepherd. And yeah, that's going to be it for me at the deadline. I'm not going to make any other moves. Barrett would sign an extension. We'll worry about that next year. Pirtle, I don't really want to worry about you right now. And we can't get an extension done with Robert Williams. Oh, wait. I gotta start checking these, man. I did this in my Knicks rebuild with DeMar DeRozan, but he actually did sign an extension, and it's gonna be, don't be a lot. Oh, that is a perfect amount of money that I'm very comfortably fine paying for in Robert Williams. So Nikola Jokic, the reigning Finals MVP, takes home MVP this year. Cooper Flagg, the #1 overall pick of the Jazz. Rookie of the Year, Stephon Castle behind John Morant, 6th Man of the Year. Wemby, Depoy, Stephon Castle, Most Improved. Tatum, Clutch Player of the Year in Cleveland, and Mark Daigneault, Coach of the Year. We did get Scotty Barnes on All NBA third team. That is what I'm talking about. Barnes averaged 23 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists this year. He had a 64% true shooting percentage. He is turning into a star. And for the second straight year, we are the 3 seed. We're going up against the 6-seeded Philadelphia 76ers. Who, wow, Tyrese Maxey must be hurt. Yeah, Maxey is hurt. We should beat this team for sure, unless Embiid just dominates us, as our leading scorer was Barnes, followed by Barrett, then Quickley, Jarris Walker, who had a pretty solid season for us, then followed by Robert Dillingham, James Wiseman, Grady Dick, Jakob Poeltl, Shepherd, then Time Lord. Game number 1 against Philly, we end up winning this game by 11 points. Barnes had 24. Game number 2, we end up winning as well. We kind of have a super deep rotation right now, which I kind of like for at least round 1 because we deal with so many injuries and we are up 3-0. Obviously, this Sixers team without Maxey is not very good. And I didn't even realize they had old friend OG Anunoby. But Barrett with 29, Quickley with 23. Come on, Knicks, you couldn't even keep Anunoby for 1 year. We do end up losing game 4. Maxey's back. Well, it's because we're going to gentleman sweep, right? Yep, we end up gentleman sweeping them. We win by 21 and we are advancing to round 2 to take on the Miami Heat, a 7th seed. Could we make it to the conference finals? Hawkins is an 86. That's crazy. I got to do a Heat rebuild soon. All right, game number 1 against Miami. Dillingham fully healthy. Let's go. We ended up losing by 14. All right, Hero at 27. They have Jordan Poole, who dropped 22 points. We do win game number 2, though, by 20. Barrett with 24. Quickley 21. 21 and 10 for Barnes. Game 3 goes to the Toronto Raptors. We won by 2. All right, Grady Dick, 6 for 9. Okay, this dude does nothing all regular season, but he is showing up in the playoffs. I will take that. Game number 4, we win. We are now 1 game away from heading to the conference finals, even though RJ Barrett shot 5 for 14. Can we beat them in 5? And we do. We are currently 8-2 in the playoffs. Barnes with 27 and 8. And we're going up against the 1-seeded Hornets, who had last year's 6th Man of the Year in Fultz. They have Franz Wagner now. Oh, that's a nasty 1-2-3. That is a nasty 1-2-3. Is Mark Williams hurt? He is, which is a huge blow to them. Are we going to win game 1? Nope, they end up winning by 15. I mean, that's a really good Hornets team. Game number 2 goes to the Toronto Raptors. We end up winning by 5, so we stay alive. Barnes with 23-9. Wiseman with 22-10. This dude may have to be back next year. Game number 3, we end up losing by 10. Barnes hit 24. Not enough. Dillingham did not shoot the ball well in that game. Boucher and Barnes dealing with injuries. But we win game 4, man. This deep lineup, something I haven't really experimented with before, is playing well. Like, it's working. I kind of used Darko Rajakovic's, like, preferred system, his kind of lineups here, and we're running an 11-man rotation in the playoffs. I've never done this before, but we are definitely mitigating injuries, and we end up winning 5 in game 5. We are 1 game away from the finals. This is insanity at this point. RJ Barrett, all right. I mean, that's fine. I feel like everybody knows their roles so well, and we're in the finals. We're in the NBA finals with this deep rotation going up against the LA Lakers. LeBron versus Barnes. This team has added Alex Caruso back. They've added Chris Middleton, Clint Capella, Vanderbilt stayed, Warren, Tillman, Drummond. Game 1 goes to the Lakers. They ended up winning by 9. Hey, Charlotte won game 1 as well, but we go down 2-0. Oh, man, we lost by single digits in the first 2 games. We lost by 4 here. That is unfortunate. Game number 3. All right, so we're going to get to the finals just to get swept. Is that going to be the case? All right, at least we have some dignity. At least we didn't get swept, man. Scotty Barnes, it's going to end his first finals run with a pretty good... I was going to say with a pretty good stat line, but we're still alive. All right, game number 6, Robert Williams, fully healthy. Can we force a game 7? And can the Lakers blow a 3-0 lead? We're back and forth right now in the first half. We're up by 13 in the third. As long as we don't choke, we're going to a game 7. Oh my God. We ended up winning by 11. Here we go. Game 7 of the 2026 NBA Finals with this team. Let's go. I kind of want to mess with the rotation, but I also don't. Like, we're in game 7 of the NBA Finals with an 11-man playoff rotation. All right, let's freaking do this, man. Game 7, it's going to be, oh, wow. Let's just have the CPU readjust it. Game 7 on the road in LA. Don't get blown out. Just don't get blown out. It feels like we're going to be playing behind. We're down by 9. Oh, we're down by 17. And we're down by 26. You make me think we're going to come back down 3-0 just to make me lose by 34 points. I hate you so much, 2K. You got me so excited right there. We just lost game 7 of the NBA Finals. All right, LeBron, I should not have override your retirement because that's the reason we lost. All right, well, at least that gives me some confidence that we could be back in it next year for sure as Scotty Barnes as the #1 option. And we do have our first round pick at 23. We're going to keep Darko Rajakovic as our head coach. He's getting better and better each year. His ratings are going up. So there was some pretty good centers to start off this draft. You had Lewis Neal, you had Lee Mullins, and then you had Edmund Sanders. All looking pretty good to the Warriors, Pelicans, and the Jazz. We ended up with George Green there at 23 and Jake Leiden there at 53. Green has some size to him. He's 23 out of Yale, though, so he's a little bit on the older side. Pirtle opts in, not surprised. I'm actually going to pick up the team option on James Wiseman. I think he's going to be the backup 5 next year. Also, 2K, what they should do next year is add, like, nationality to the player profile. But yeah, I'm going to look to move Jakob Pirtle. I'm fine with, like, having, like, the 3-man kind of center, like, 3 good centers, but I don't really think I need Pirtle. All right, so we are going to do this trade with the Chicago Bulls. I'm sending them Jakob Pirtle, our first-round pick George Green, our first-round pick last year in Caleb Foster, and a future second for Tobias Harris, an expiring contract. He may be in the rotation, he may not be. He could also be somebody we flip at the deadline. And Lonzo Ball, who's under a 2-year deal, and I may even think about starting him at point guard and then have Quickley be the 6th man. Matisse Thybulle was actually solid for us in the playoffs, so I'm going to give him a 1-year deal to return on the minimum. Same with Chris Boucher. Boom, we get them both back. And just kind of looking at the top guys that signed, Luka goes to the Wizards. All right, well, that's kind of crazy. And Franz Wagner goes to the Lakers. He leaves Charlotte. All right, please don't tell me Lonzo Ball is going to regress. All right, he doesn't. Everybody else, though, kind of regresses, which is weird. We just made it to the finals. We were 1 game away. All right, so this is going to be the starting 5. Lonzo, Barrett, Barnes, Walker, Williams with Quickley, Grady Dick, James Wiseman, Tobias Harris off the bench. We have some pretty good guys that if an injury does occur, like Boucher, Thybulle, Dillingham, Shepard, guys that played meaningful playoff minutes for us last year. 3.5-star bounce to start off the year. We get blown out by 21 in the first game of the year. Okay. When are we going to get our first win? Is it going to be against Atlanta on October 23rd? And no, we ended up losing by 4. Okay, what about a Heat team that was trying to sell in the offseason? All right, we do blow them out, which is nice. Barrett goes off for 29, Walker 24, and Quickley 22. Since they're in the title and thumbnail of this video, I'd like to win a championship with Barrett and Quickley still on this roster. All right, we've been playing very well this season. We are currently the number one team in the 2K Sports Power Rankings at 18-6. We are the, or excuse me, 19-6. We are the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, as the Warriors are the 1 seed over there. I swore that said 18-6. Yeah. Huh. Does it not count the last game? I don't really know. But yeah, so player stats here. Scotty Barnes is becoming a superstar. 24.5 points. 8.7 rebounds, 4.8 assists. Ben Shepherd played very well. He started 2 games in the absence of RJ Barrett, who's been okay this year. His numbers have been down. Quickley is the 6th man. His numbers have actually kind of gone up, or at least the efficiency has gone up, which is nice to see. Jarris Walker, this dude is a beast power forward. And Lonzo Ball, I think, has been a good point guard for us. So we ended the season. Luka Doncic, MVP on the Wizards. This team was very good at the deadline. I did not want to adjust it at all. Shout out to Klingon, winning most improved, and Darko Rajakovic, Coach of the Year, 61-21. We were like 33-7 at one point. Scotty Barnes, all NBA second team. I mean, look at those numbers, man. Jarris Walker on all defensive second team. We got him in the Siakam deal, and I'm glad we were able to develop him. We are the 1 seed in the East, going up against the 8-seeded Nets in round 1. Who have Jabari Smith Jr. and Jalen Suggs now. Here were the scoring numbers from this season, with Barnes being the top guy, pretty much then followed by Barrett, Walker, Quickley, Ball, and then there's Dick, Wiseman, Time Lord, Robert Williams, and Dillingham, or excuse me, Tobias Harris, and then Dillingham. So yeah, this is pretty much going to be the 9-man rotation. Lonzo, Barrett, Barnes, Walker, Williams, with Quickley, Wiseman, Harris, and Dick off the bench. Hopefully we could stay healthy. Hopefully we could beat the Brooklyn Nets in round 1. Come on, can we sweep them? Let's go. We sweep them. That is a great start to the playoffs. That is what I'm talking about. Scotty Barnes, you are so good. I thought he was going to be the one with 26 points, but shout out to RJ Barrett, who has been showing up in the playoffs for us in this video. We're going up against a giddy Trae Young backcourt. Not good defensively, solid offensively, and they still have DeJounte Murray. Why? That is somebody we could trade for in the offseason if we don't advance past them. But we are up 3-1, and we, I think, just ended up gentlemen sweeping them. And we're going to the conference finals for the 2nd straight year. Shout out to Scotty Barnes in this series. Going up against the 6-seeded Pistons, who have Collier and Cade in that backcourt. Oh my god. Asor and Banchero. That is bad. That is really, really bad. We win game 1. I mean, like, that's really good. Like, this is bad for us, but we're up 3-0. And we sweep. Yes, Scotty Barnes is carrying us back to the NBA Finals, in which we are now 12-1 in the playoffs. Game 1 against the Thunder, we lost. Don't tell me we're going to get to the finals. OMP is dropping 27 on us. Game 2, we win. Blow them out. All right. I'm nervous, man. Game 3, we win by 8. VJ Edgecombe with 32. Shea with 24 and 14, but a win is a win. Barnes and Barrett combined for 67. They tie it up. Oh, they won by 2. You got to be kidding me. Game 5, we win. We are now 1 game away. Jarris Walker, dude. This guy has been such an underrated player for us in this video. Can we win in 6? No, we're going to another Game 7. Back-to-back NBA Finals, where it's going to 7 games. Here we go, man. Here we go. Can the Raptors avenge last year's loss and beat the Thunder? We're up by 15, and I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it, boys. The Toronto Raptors win the 2027 NBA Finals, and Jarris Walker, I think, could be Finals MVP. 5 blocks in this game? Oh my god, he's Finals MVP. It goes to Scotty Barnes, but I gotta give some love to Jarris Walker. And that was a super fun rebuild, man. I hope you guys did enjoy that post OG Anunoby and trading Pascal Siakam. Toronto Raptors rebuild with Immanuel Quickley and RJ Barrett. If you guys did enjoy it, appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think about the trade still in the comments below if you have any more thoughts about it. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.